This question begins by saying the diagram C answer sheet is the graph of the piecewise function f of x, y is equal to f of x, where f of x is equal to 2 plus the square root of 2 open bracket x minus 2 and 2x minus 2. Well, the first part of the function, the piecewise function, is for the domain 2x is between 2 and 4, 2 exclusive. And for the second part, 2x minus 2, the domain is x is between 0 and 2. Okay? So therefore now, here's the function, the graph of it thereof, and the function has two pieces. One with domain between 0 and 2, and the other piece is between, the domain is between 2 and 4, 4 inclusive. Now, the part 1 says calculate the value of f of 17 over 18. Now, 17 over 18, if you divide 17 by 8, sorry, if you divide 7 by 8, 17 by 8, you get 2.125. So this that deals with 2.125, that will be the first piece up here, because this is the domain that deals with the domain between 2 and 4. X is greater than 2, less than or equal to 4. So it's in this piece we're supposed to substitute 17 over 8. So 17 over 8 have to be substituted in, that's for part 1, in that first piece up here. So to find what is f of 17 over 8, we have to substitute this 17 over 8 into 2 plus the square root of 2 open bracket 17 over 8, because that's where x is, subtract 2. And we have to find the value of f of 17 over 8 right here. So we need to do what is in the bracket first. So we have 17 over 8 minus 8. We have to find what is the value of this. So 17 over 8 subtract 2. That's 0.125. 0.125. Now we have to find what is 2 times 0.125 and then find the square root thereof. So 2 times a1 is equal to 0.25, and we have to find the square root of 0.25. That's 0.5. And then we can add 0.5 now to 2 to give us 2.5. So f of 17 over 8 is actually 2.5. On the answer sheet, that's part 2. By first drawing a suitable line, draw the graph of y is equal to f inverse of x. So we have to draw the line y is equal to x first. That's the mirror line. Y is equal to x. So the mirror line y is equal to x must pass through the origin, and it goes up. Y is equal to x. So right here. Let's format this line. Let's put it a little thicker. Or let's color code it. So that's y is equal to x. Now the inverse now will be the opposite to this graph right here. So you can use curves. So it will be doing something like this. And then go in the opposite direction, cut in there. And then passing through there. And then going down through here. Color code it. So as you can see, it is doing the opposite to the original graph. And that's the mirror line. Y is equal to x is actually the mirror line. So that'll be part 2. And part 3 say use your graph to write down the range and domain of f inverse of x. So the range and the domain, we can get it from the graph. And also knowing that the range, the domain of the function is the range of the inverse, and the range of the function is the domain of the inverse. So the domain of the function is from 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be the range of the inverse. Okay. Also, as you can see, here's the domain in green. Here's the inverse in green. So the domain is from negative 2. Okay. Negative 2. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. From negative 2 to 4. That will be the domain of the inverse. So write this in x. Greater than or equal to negative 2. Less than or equal to 4. That will be the domain of the inverse. Remember, the domain is on the x-axis, and this is the green part from negative 2 to 4. And the range now will be from 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be the range of the inverse. The range are the y values. So we have to use the letter y from 0 to 4. That will be the range of the inverse. Remember, the one in green is the inverse. So let's go over that. The domain is from negative 2 to 4, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the domain of the inverse. And the range now will be from, that's the y values now from 0 to 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the graph right there with the inverse function on it.